You might want a prop for your practice today. I like to use a blanket, fold it into eights, and then rolled up. We are going to do a supported back bend at the end. So any kind of pillow or rolled up blanket should work. You might want to take a moment to get that. We're going to do a practice for the heart chakra today, just to create a little more space and expansion through that area of our body. But of course, we'll move through all ranges of motion and have a great feeling, balanced body after our practice today. So start in a comfortable seat and just start by focusing on your breath. And if it feels right, take a little movement here. Anything that helps you connect with your body and your breath. Giving all of your attention to your practice. Giving all of your attention in this moment. And come to hands and knees. And start to move through cat and cow. Draw your shoulders back, heart forward. And on your exhale, round your spine. Go back and forth. Move with your breath. See how you feel. Keep taking your awareness around your body. And let's kind of get our wrists ready for practice. Rock from side to side on your wrists. You're shifting your upper body with the weights on your hands. Really spread your fingers wide. Kind of lean forward, putting a little pressure on your wrists, but using your whole hand to take on the weight. And just see how far you can lean, and then come back. Walk your hands around, externally rotating. You can kind of stretch your wrists in this way by rocking around, and taking the past the cat and cow can also help in your shoulder area. And then you can rotate your hands the opposite direction. So maybe internally rotating and taking a little movement here, rocking around on your wrist, take it past the cat and cow. Back to regular wrists, regular hands, I guess. You may even want to turn them out just a little bit. We're going to take down dog next. I like my hands to be a little wider than my shoulders in this pose, but see what feels best for you and create a little movement. Take small steps and walk your feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Bend your knees. Take a long version of a forward fold. You want to lengthen your spine and stay here for 7 breaths. You can sway. I like to prop myself up on my forearms, especially if you've been drinking coffee this morning. I like the forearm prop up. If I've had coffee, then it doesn't like give me heartburn during my practice. So keep working with your spine here and think of the muscles that run along your spine as well. Couple more breaths. And then on your inhale, reach up. Reach straight up. Think of lengthening from your hips up through your fingertips. Bring your feet in about hip width apart. Lift your toes a little bit so you activate the arches of your feet. And then you can set your toes back down. Feel that energy travel up. Start to spread your fingers really wide, lots of energy in your hands, but then relax your shoulders. Look up. Draw your shoulder blades together on your back, so you're kind of starting to turn your armpits out. And take just a little standing back bend here. Try not to lock your knees backwards, but push down with your feet, lengthen the front side of your body, open your heart. Big inhale. And then on your exhale, come into mountain. Again, roll your shoulders up and back and expand through your heart area. Close your eyes if you'd like. So your heart chakra is green, and then within, there's many chakras within that go into a deep color of pink. So if you want, as we work with our heart chakra today, you can visualize that color at your heart center, those colors, especially if you're in kind of a big heart opener, big expansion here. I like to picture the dark emerald green color of the woods with the pink sunrise or sunset coming through the dark green woods. A little color visualization there to help you bring your heart chakra into balance. So as you stand here in mountain, think of energy coming up from the arches of your feet. Every inhale, you find expansion at heart center. Every exhale, you soften the edges. Where can you relax here, but still keep the dynamic posture? On your inhale, bring your arms up. Forward fold. Bend your knees all the way. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. On your exhale, lower yourself down. And prop yourself up on your forearms for Sphinx. So your elbows are stacked under your shoulders. And take your shoulders wide, like you're drawing your shoulders away from each other. And then back a little bit. You can kind of pull your heart forward here. I like to keep this one really gentle. And you can create a little movement. You can rock from side to side, a little back over each shoulder. Take it slow and see what you find here. On your exhale, lower yourself down. Push up and back to child two. Take your knees wide, toes kind of come in towards each other. Push your hips back. Take a moment to push back with your hands and then bring your chest and maybe forehead down to the mat and listen to the sound of your breath here. Make it smooth and even. On your inhale, rise up to downward dog. With your next inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands, halfway lift, forward fold. Reach up, and come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, step out to plank, and let's move through this first vinyasa really slow. So from high plank, come into low plank. Point your elbows behind you and bend your arms just a little bit. Gaze out in front of your mat. Then hinge at the waist. Let your hips drop down towards the mat as you push down with your hands. Look up, lengthen the front side of your body. Modify this to make it feel comfortable for you. We're still getting warmed up. You can always bend your elbows. And then tuck your toes. Come back to high plank, or through high plank, I guess I should say, back to down dog. And once in downward dog, take a little movement. With your inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands, halfway lift, forward fold. Reach up, and bring your arms down by your sides, coming into mountain. Reach up, forward fold, halfway lift, step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa your own special way with your breath. Once you're back in downward dog, nod your head very slowly, yes, and then no. Take a little bit of neck movement. Then let your head hang heavy. Walk your feet forward to your hands, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up. Forward fold. Half lift. Step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa. Move with a little more strength and precision. Trying to make your movement smooth, just like your breath. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Half lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come in the mountain. Reach up, maybe adding a small back bend. Big space, forward fold, bend your knees. Halfway lift. Step or jump back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Make your way back to down dog. Step your right foot forward for warrior one. Your left toes turn out about 45 degrees. Right knee stacks above right ankle. Bring your arms up. Take your awareness to the outside edge of your left foot. Push down there and really root down with your whole back foot. Then you can square your shoulders with the front edge of your mat. Take your gaze up. Exhale your arms behind your back and grab your hands. Add a little back bend here. Lift your chest. Look up. Big inhale. Now you can stay here, or you can fold forward. Get your shoulders into it. You can lay right on top of your right thigh, or you can drop down to the inside. Just make sure you're not rolling out to the outside edge of your right foot. You're really rooted down with both feet. On your inhale, come back up. Big inhale, exhale into warrior two. Take a little movement here with your hips and with your hands and wrists. Turn them up, you can flex and extend. Reverse warrior, right arm goes up and back. Stay here for one full breath. And then with an exhale, come into extended side angle. Bring your left arm up. Make this a gentle version of extended side angle. Think about lowering your hips down and drawing the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. You can prop yourself up with your right forearm. Back up to warrior two. Let's take triangle. Extend your front leg and step your back foot in a little bit. Left hip slides back, reach, lengthen. Bring your right hand down to your shin. Left arm up. And then find a little more space through your shoulders. Lengthen your neck. Check out the way that you're rooting down with both feet. Make sure you're pushing down with the ball mounds of your big toes and also feeling the outside edges of your feet on the mat. Take a little movement with your left shoulder, your left arm. And then come into low lunge. Take 3 breaths in low lunge. Fine tune. Take a little movement. And then step your feet together at the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. And come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Two breaths here in down dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Turn your back, heel down. Bring your arms up. And then fine tune through your feet and legs. Push to the outside edge of your right foot. Square your shoulders. Left knee stacks above left ankle. And then Squeeze muscle to bone. Add more strength in your legs. Gaze up. Exhale your arms behind your back. Grab hands. Lift your chest. Stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, you can fold forward. Maybe bringing your arms up. Maybe you drop to the inside of your left knee, but making sure you're still hugging it into the midline. On your inhale, come back up. Open up for warrior two. You might need to change your footing just a little bit. You want your left knee stacked above your left ankle. Still pushing to the outside edge of your right foot. Reverse warrior. Left arm goes up and back. And then with an exhale, come into extended side angle. Bring your left forearm to the top of your left thigh. Right arm up. Get into your hips a little more here and activate core stability. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Come back up to warrior two. And we're going to set up for triangle. Heel toe step your back foot in a little bit. Extend your front leg, but there's a tiny little bend in your front knee. We're going to reach and lean our weight over our legs. So we don't want to have our knee locked back. Come into triangle. Find big space through your front of your chest and through your upper back. Can you take your hands further away from each other and lengthen your neck? Take a little movement with your right arm. And on your next inhale, come up. Oh yeah, low lunge. There we go. Bring your hands down. Come into low lunge. Forgot where we were going there for a second. Take a little movement. And then step your feet together at the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. And bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Look up to your hands, walk, step, or jump your feet up to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your hands to heart center. Step your left foot back for pyramid pose. Again, you've got the tiniest little bend in your front knee. Inhaling. Exhale, go forward over your right leg. You can use your hands for support here. You can put your hands on your shin or down to the mat. Sometimes I'll reach them out and away from you to get a little more space through my sides. Take a little movement with your hips. Draw your left hip back, pull it forward. Now, activate the arches of your feet. Lift your toes. You can keep them lifted here. You want to strengthen the front of your legs while you stretch the back of your legs. So work on that. Engaging in the front by lifting your toes. Feel your shin, knees, and quadriceps engage.
And then relax your upper body and find a bigger stretch in the back of your leg.
Set your toes down, bring your hands to heart center, put a bigger bend in your front knee, and come up with a flat back. Use your core strength to come up. And then step your feet together. Relax and mount. Take a little movement. Reach up. Bring your hands to heart center. Step your right foot back. Coming into pyramid. Inhale, length. Exhale, go forward over your left leg. Protect your left knee. Take a little movement here. Lift your toes, strengthen in the front, lengthen in the back. What happens if you draw your right hip forward and down? And then prepare to come up. Bring your hands to heart center. Protect your front knee, come up. Step your feet together. Standing up. We're going to take eagle pose into dancer. So we're going to compress and pull everything into the midline, then we're going to open up. And if you want to use your prop, eagle can be a tricky pose. You can use your prop here, just put it on the outside of your right foot. And so you're going to bring your left leg up and over your right leg. And you can either wrap it around or you can set your toes right on your prop. I can't get my foot around my leg, but I'll flex my whole foot and create lots of tension, really squeezing everything in. Then you're going to bring your left arm under right arm, wrap them up. Pull your arms up and away from your chest and draw your shoulder blades together on your back. Now squeeze everything together. There's lots of tension here, but your breath is staying smooth and even. Squeeze it all in, really activate. And then on an inhale, unravel, open up. Right arm reaches straight up to the ceiling, left hand reaches back to catch left foot. Kick and lift. Big open heart, big expansion here. You can fold forward a little bit, taking whatever feels good. And then gently step out of it. Take a little movement. If that prop came in handy on that side, take it over to the other side, right on the outside edge of your left foot. Take some time to shift your weight over under your left leg. Wrap your right leg around. Get down first, get the legs activated, lots of squeezing here. Then right arm comes under left. Squeeze. Lift up and away, pull your shoulder blades back. So there's tension, a lot of tension. You're creating it, but try to keep your face relaxed. Breath is smooth. One more exhale to squeeze. And then slowly unravel. Left arm reaches up, right arm back to catch your right foot. Now kick your right foot into your right hand. Expand through your chest, big space. When you're ready, step out. Come into mountain at the top of your mat. Reach up. Forward fold. Let's hang here in a forward fold for a little bit. If you want to, you could take a 2-finger grip around your big toes. Inhale a little more space and length. Exhale, let your elbows open
open up and bring your chest down towards your legs. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Side plank. Plant your right hand, open up. You may want to lower your right knee down. You can lift your left leg if you like. Push the mat away from you with your right arm. Come back to high plank. Take a breath here. Change sides. Shift your weight on your left hand. Maybe you lower your left knee. Push the mat away. Can you take your gaze up to the ceiling? Come back to high plank, lower yourself down. Shoulder roll. Take your left arm out. Use your right hand to guide yourself back. Gentle lift of your head here. Take a little movement with your neck. Kind of looking from up to down. And then come back onto the front side of your body. Take your right arm out. Roll yourself back. Bring your left arm up and back if you like, keeping your head gently lifted. On your exhale, come back onto the front side of your body. Push yourself up to hands and knees for kneeling dog. Keep your hips stacked above your knees. Walk your hands out in front of you. Chest, chin, or forehead comes down to the mat. One more exhale here. And then on your inhale, rise up. Take a little movement. You can make some circles with your hips and shoulders, or you can take it past a cat and cow. And make your way back to downward dog. We're gonna take pigeon pose next. So you're gonna bring your right leg forward and through. Left leg's long behind you. If this feels like it's too much for your knee, you can always come on your back, cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh, and stretch your glutes in this way. Just a little less forceful. Stay up in tall arms and pigeon for a few breaths. You can really push down and kind of lengthen the front of your body, maybe even stretch the front of your throat. We're going to spend about a minute here, and then I'll cue for king pigeon. And if you don't want to try king pigeon, you don't feel like moving quite yet, you can opt out. Don't forget to move a little bit here, maybe rock from side to side. You can use your back toes to kind of pull you back, push you forward. All right, if you'd like to try king pigeon, come up to tall arms and try bending your back knee. You want to rock your leg forward enough so when you bend your knee, you're up on top of your knee, not at the kneecap area. So that's why you pitch your weight forward. And if the knee bend isn't working, just don't do it. You don't have to. Put your right hand kind of more towards the middle. Inhale, length. Exhale, reach back with your left arm. So you can just work this twist and this big opening through your left side of your chest. If you can do the knee bend, you can grab your foot, maybe. You can deepen by sliding it into the crook of your elbow. You can practice balance here too by lifting your right arm. You've really got to lift your pelvic floor to be able to balance like this. So just keep yourself safe. Take it layer by layer. And then come out of it. Make your way to downward dog. And you can lift your right leg high for three-legged dog. Maybe even lift your right hip up higher than your left hip. Take a little movement here. And then when you're ready, come into pigeon on the other side. Left leg forward and through. Take your time here. Use your arm strength for support. Use your back leg for support. And just let yourself into it a little deeper with every exhale. You can fold down on your forearms or take a few breaths with tall arms, maybe look back over each shoulder. Breath is smooth and even. Create a little movement here. And if you want to try for king pigeon on this side, come up to tall arms. Check out that bend in your back knee. You might need to pitch your weight forward or lean forward a little bit. Plant your left hand. Inhale, lean, twist to your right, reach back. Maybe you can catch your foot. If you want a big stretch in your quadriceps, you can kind of squeeze your foot in toward your body a little more. You can also try your balance here. When you're ready, make your way back to down dog. Maybe you want to lift your left leg up and back too. Look up to your hands, walk, step, or jump, feet to hands, halfway lift, and then bend your knees and come down. Come all the way onto your back. We're going to take a bridge pose here. We're going to take 2 passes at bridge, and if you know that you can push up in the wheel or the full back bend, you can do that on the second pass. Walk your feet up towards your glutes, lift your hips. You can grab hands under your body and maybe rock from side to side. Point your toes towards the front edge of your mat. Really push down with your feet and see how high you can get your hips. Can you squeeze your knees towards each other without actually bringing them into the middle? Take one more inhale here, and then as you exhale, start at your neck and lower down 1 vertebrae at a time until you bring your pelvis down last. Big exhale. Bring the soles of your feet together and just rest here. Connect with your breath. You can even bring your hands to your ribs. Bring your awareness to your heart chakra. Set up to do a second pass at bridge, or maybe you want to push up into wheel. I only recommend that you push up into wheel if you do it on a regular basis and know what you're doing there. I don't want anybody to get hurt without having a spotter. Lift your hips. Take the back bend of your choice here. Strengthen the back side of your body. Find space in the front side of your body. One more inhale, lower yourself down slowly with your exhale. Now walk your feet out to the edges of the mat and dip one knee in and then the other. Drop your left knee in and cross your right foot over the top of it to weigh it down. You can also reach your left arm up and kind of lengthen through your left side. Unravel your legs. Drop your other knee into the middle. And cross your left ankle over the top of your right knee to weigh it down. And this should feel good. If it hurts your knee, just don't do it. You can reach your right arm up, stretch to your right side. Big deep breaths here. come back to center. Take a moment to kind of center yourself on the mat, and then you want to hug both knees up into your chest. Feet are side by side. Don't cross your ankles. And just start to rock from side to side. Every time you rock, draw your knees up a little closer to your chest. And then see if you can hug up, wrapping your arms around it. On your inhale, pull your belly button in and out to create space, and then squeeze your legs in on your exhale. So this is like a massage for your internal organs, your digestive organs. Inhaling a little more space. Exhale, squeeze your thighs in and rock a little bit. Lower your left leg down. Hug your right thigh up into your body. Really hug it. Make your hands and arms really engage here while you hug it in. And then release into supine twist. Guide your knee across your body. Stretch your right arm out. Inhale, length in your spine. Exhale, twist. One more exhale here. On your inhale, come back to center. And lower your right leg down with your breath. Center yourself here. Make sure your hips and shoulders and spine are in a pretty neutral position. Hug your left knee up. Squeeze it in. Create a little tension before the release. Get your arms working. Squeeze your thigh into your body. And then with your exhale, guide it across your body for supine twist. Stretch your left arm out. Inhale, lengthen your spine, your neck, your hips. Exhale, look down your left arm. One more big deep breath. Come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Rock around on your low back for a second, kind of rocking from side to side. And then rock yourself up so you can get your bolster. And we can end our practice, well, before Shavasana anyway. Well, last pose before Shavasana will be our supported back bend using our little bolster. So a pillow, a rolled up blanket, maybe you have a bolster. You want to put it long ways behind you, and you want it to center close to your spine. So lay yourself back, find a big heart opener, big space in the front of your body. I like to bring the soles of my feet together into this one when I take this, but you can also just let your legs stretch out long, whatever feels good. About a minute here or so. When you're ready, roll off your bolster and come onto your back. Take a few minutes of complete stillness here in Shavasana.